The Battle of Yorktown. The decisive victory in the American Revolutionary War. The Battle of Yorktown, fought in the fall of 1781, was the culminating confrontation of the American Revolutionary War. This pivotal battle saw the American forces, led by General George Washington, and French troops under General Jean-Baptiste Donatien de Vimeur, Comte de Rochambeau, achieving a decisive victory over the British Army commanded by General Charles Cornwallis. The outcome at Yorktown effectively ended large-scale fighting in the American colonies and paved the way for American independence. By 1781, the American Revolutionary War had been raging for 6 years, with both the British and American sides experiencing victories and defeats. However, the war had reached a critical juncture. The British strategy, led by General Cornwallis, had shifted focus to the southern colonies, where they believed Loyalist support would be stronger. After a series of engagements in the south, Cornwallis moved his forces to Virginia. Hoping to secure a strategic position, Cornwallis established a fortified position at Yorktown, a small tobacco port town on the Virginia Peninsula. His objective was to maintain a defensible location near the coast, where the British Navy could support his operations. However, this move inadvertently set the stage for a siege that would change the course of the war. The American victory at Yorktown was significantly aided by the crucial support of the French. The alliance between the American colonies and France had been formalized in 1798. Following the American victory at the Battle of Saratoga, the French provided military assistance in the form of troops, naval forces, and supplies. In 1781, General Rochambeau's French troops joined forces with Washington's Continental Army in the north. They devised a plan to move south and confront Cornwallis. However, the success of this plan hinged on naval superiority. The French fleet, under Admiral François-Joseph Paul de Grasse, was to sail from the West Indies and engage the British fleet in the Chesapeake Bay, cutting off Cornwallis's escape and resupply routes. The coordinated Franco-American strategy began to unfold in August 1781. Washington and Rochambeau marched their combined forces, numbering around 17,000 troops, from New York to Virginia in a meticulously planned operation. At the same time, Admiral de Grasse arrived in the Chesapeake Bay and defeated the British naval forces in the Battle of the Capes, effectively blockading Cornwallis by sea. By late September, Washington and Rochambeau's forces had arrived in Yorktown, where they began to besiege Cornwallis's 8,000-strong army. The siege involved constructing a series of trenches and artillery positions that gradually tightened the noose around the British fortifications. The decisive phase of the siege began on October 9, 1781, when the American and French artillery opened a massive bombardment on the British defences. The relentless shelling caused significant damage and weakened Cornwallis's fortifications. On October 14th, the Allied forces launched a crucial assault on 2 British redoubts, Redoubt 9 and Redoubt 10. These positions were key to the British defensive line. The assaults were led by American troops under Alexander Hamilton on Redoubt 10 and French troops on Redoubt 9. Both attacks were successful, and the redoubts were captured, further tightening the siege. By October 17th, Cornwallis realized that his situation was untenable. With his defenses crumbling and no hope of reinforcements or escape, he initiated negotiations for surrender. On October 19, 1781, General Cornwallis formally surrendered to General Washington in a ceremony that marked the end of major combat operations in the American Revolutionary War. The surrender at Yorktown was a monumental event. It signaled the collapse of British efforts to quell the American rebellion and galvanized the American and French forces. Although skirmishes and smaller battles continued for some time, Yorktown effectively marked the end of British military campaigns in the colonies. The victory at Yorktown had far-reaching implications. It bolstered American morale and solidified international support for the American cause. In Britain, the defeat triggered political upheaval and led to peace negotiations. These negotiations culminated in the Treaty of Paris in 1783, which recognized the independence of the United States. Yorktown is often celebrated as a prime example of successful military strategy and international cooperation. The combined efforts of American and French forces showcase the importance of alliances and joint operations in achieving military objectives. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel for more historical